Big up, people. Welcome to United Real Therapy, people. How are we doing? It is what it is. Big up to Lila. Listen, my cousin from Turkey was kicked out for having a banner Free Palestine. Shame. 9. You Saudi Arabia. When was this? Today. Saudi Arabia played. Big up, man. Big up, people. Smash a like, people. Big up. Happy birthday! Hey, my birthday's next week. Wow, time's flown. Yeah, man, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday for next week, man. Big up to Sheikh Arian Rashid. Big up to him. Love and light. Big up. Wow, yeah, man. BBC commentator. If Anthony goes on a bike, he'll cycle around circles because his left leg is brilliant, but his right leg barely here. Yo, I missed that, I missed that. Big up Khalees from Manila, Chief of the United Real Therapy. Go and check him out, people. Go and check him out. Go and check him out, people. Honestly, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. But we got a show for you today. Thank you for joining us. Love and light, people. Manchester United's topics. The topics today are hard, people. Hard hitting topics, man. Hard-hitting topics today, man. So come jump on and join us, people. Join us. We're going to be talking about Bayindir. For me, Bayindir, I thought he was brilliant yesterday. I absolutely enjoyed watching him. It was a refreshing change to look who's in net for Manchester United and to see who's at the back for Manchester United. So, yeah, Bayindir, for me, he's got to stay. The Graveyeard, we're going to talk about the Graveyeard should continue for Hojlund. It's like the team don't want to pass to him anymore. Them people don't want to know. They all hate him. And then Erik ten Hag has run out of excuses because now there's no excuses. There is no excuses for Erik ten Hag, for me. So it is what it is. Love and light. But big up to everybody. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, people. Subscribe to the channel, people. Subscribe to the channel. I'm just going to invite some of the people. So let's see if people want to jump on. Yeah. Yeah, but listen, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting, people, in terms of how we going forward for the rest of the season. How we go forward. But for me, Erik ten Hag's on thin ice, man. He's going to sack himself. And I think the players are all tired. We just discovered that. We just had to come out of discussion with on Saeed TV, Straight Jacket Podcast 267.
Yeah, man.
Out, people. But it's gonna be tough till the end of the season now. It's gonna be really tough. Really, really tough. But the first thing is, Saeed, honestly, Bayindir. Tell me about Bayindir's performance, man. Big up to you, bro. I know you've been
big up, man. Big up to everyone.
Talk to me. Are you enjoying the knockout for the African nations, man? Are you been enjoying it?
Yeah, man. Listen, big up to the African nations, man. Big drama. Big up to Congo, man. Big up Aaron and that. You know what I'm saying? It must have been mad for him as well. People, you know what I mean? Big up to Congolese people, man. Yeah, man. It's been crazy. I can't lie. The football, the officiating, it's been mad. But listen, man, it's good to have that, and also the Asia Cup as well. That's been good to watch as well. So. Yeah, man.
What's going on with Palestine, man? Big up Palestine, man. Free Palestine, man.
Let me see now. I think they might have lost.
Oh, you know what?
They lost 2-1.
But that's an effort, though. Yeah. That is a big effort, though.
Fair play to them. We didn't expect that anyway, man, to be fair. Yeah. We didn't expect a lot from them. So,
yeah. That's a big effort still.
Round of 16.
Effort, man.
Fair play.
So look, they're getting, people are getting bombed. Can you imagine the level of focus? The level of their relatives, what's happening to the genocide that's happening against their team. But I know that they'll get a lot of support. I know that there'll be a lot of Palestinian. It's in Saudi Arabia, innit? There's no, the Saudis are not even allowing any Palestinian flags on the stands, apparently. It's shameful.
No, this is in Qatar, isn't it? Is it in Qatar? This tournament? Yes, in Qatar.
Okay. Yeah, big up Alien Tunnel. Listen,
I think so, yeah.
But I can't even say his name properly. I'm dyslexic. I can never pronounce it properly, but Bayindir.
Yeah.
What did you think about his performance? Sorry, be honest.
You know what, man? Very, very solid. Very, very tidy on the ball. Composed. You know what? He's actually quite tall as well. I think he's 6'6", is it, or something like that? You know, he's quite a tall keeper. You know, bit more mobile as well, bit more kind of off his ground a little bit quicker. Obviously, we don't want to draw too much conclusions.
I am saying I'm drawing all the conclusions.
No. I'm not saying that he's like the next best thing. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying to you is that he deserves to start against Wolves. That's what I'm saying to you. After what's happened with Onana,
I'm asking for the keeper just to do the basics. Do the basics right. Facts. You see him? He don't hug the ball like that weirdo does. How he hugs the ball. I thought Maguire was bad hugging the ball. He just bam.
Yeah, straight out. His actual distribution as well with his hands. Yeah, I don't think Onana barely uses his hands to throw it out. Like he never does it, and this guy was throwing it out like mad. You get me? So I can't lie. I think for me, he had a very very solid debut. Like I said to you, very very for a tall lad, he's got quite a good reflexes and whatnot. So he should continue. But that quote, Lorden, man, the quote. Oh my god. It's not good, no. It's not good reading for Bayindir. After he came out in the press conference and said, I'm ready to start, I'm ready to do whatever. He's just going to get put back in his box. Onana, back into the starting lineup. And then obviously, if Onana makes a mistake now against Wolves, who's to blame? Who's to blame? Is it really Onana or is it the manager? Because the manager keeps playing him.
But it's so embarrassing. Onana was dropped by Cameroon after his first game shenanigans where he was talking to the guy that's taking the free kicks. He was doing all this madness, too much extra, and when he conceded 3 goals against Senegal, so he's dropped. So he's dropped for a guy who's playing in some mad league. Apparently, that's his cousin who's playing in some mad league.
Yeah. Right? His cousin.
And then, how can he get back in his team when he's been dropped by the national team? Big up Etu, by the way. I knew Etu. I'm like, Etu's not letting me down. Etu didn't come out. He just said, drop him. Told the man to drop him, man. This fool. So this guy has been a failure. I'm going to argue with you. You think Anthony's been the worst signing. I think to me, Onana's been the worst signing. I hated David De Gea. I thought at the end he needed to go. But he's been the worst signing, Saeed. I swear to you. He's been the worst signing. The guy's been throwing balls into his own goal. It's unbelievable. Yes. Unbelievable.
When you put it like that, Norton, it's not good reading. when you put it like that, it's not good reading. I hear you on that part, but ultimately, though, man, we've got to just talk about Anthony, how bad he is, man. For 90 million, man. Norton, come on, man. The guy can't cross. He can't shoot. He can barely pass. You know what I mean? This is a guy who's meant to be an outfield player with a goalkeeper. If you're not a great goalkeeper, you're kind of stuck. You know what I mean? You can't really be anyone else. With this guy here, if he was not a winger, he could be into a midfielder. He could be a striker. Like there's so many different variables to a player that they can become. He thought, yeah, man's Brazilian and whatnot. Nah, man is absolutely awful. Nothing will change my mind. I thought I seen something last year where I was like, let me back this guy, man. He's got a temperament. He had a bit of fight last year, but then I was like, when I look at
fan base though. To be fair, that's our fan base. When we sign a new player and everybody starts to take the piss out of him, we back him because we're like, you know what? It's difficult to come and adapt to the Premier League. But he's he's woeful to me. But honestly, to me, and I'm not surprised at it. I'm not surprised at it. Man United fans got giddy on one game with Onana and they bought him. And for me, it's just calamity after calamity after calamity. I'm not forgiving him for that. It's hard for me to ever forgive him, even if he turns into the best keeper in the world right now. And I don't ever see it. So when he was at Ajax, nobody was talking about this guy. He took his wife's diet pills, apparently. He got banned. Ten Hag said goodbye. You know Onana, do you not know that? Onana, that's what Onana got banned. Yeah, apparently he took his wife's diet pills. That's what he said he did anyway. But he got done for a drug. And then he got headed out 6 months to go in the season.
Oh, when he got Anthony, Onana,
Onana. And then he goes to Inter Milan, and then they keep him on the bench for 5 months or whatever, how long. Then he comes in, and then he performs all right for 6 months, and then everybody's getting gassed. No, but listen, here we go, Palestri again. I mean, it's just disrespect. Just let the kid go and play in Italy, in Spain.
Oh, my God,
let him just go. Just tell him. Like, why are you doing this to him? Why are they doing this to him?
Seriously,
this
man.
Embarrassing.
Ten Hag, man. I'm telling you, man. Dictator Ten Hag, mate. What do you mean, like, green light? Did you not play him yesterday? He was on the bench yesterday, wasn't he?
Was he not on the bench yesterday? He was on the bench.
But he didn't play him. But all of a sudden, you don't want to let him out. Like, flipping let him go, man. green light, green light. Get the heck out of here, man. Let him go. Let him spread his wings, man. And you know what's mad? He's done that to so many players. He did that to Ahmad this season. He's done it to Palestri. He's done it to so many players.
He's done it to Donny van der Beek, yeah.
Donny van der Beek. He's done it to so many players where he's strangling them to say stay. But the reality is, like, you want them to, you really and truly, you're not going to play them. So,
it's
man, I don't know what he's doing, man. It's very, very much it's sad. It's not good for the morale as well, Nordin. If you're a player now, Nordin, and you're seeing that, you're like, yo, man, like, let him go and play, man. It's not good, man. Like, and this is what I'm trying to say in terms of the manager, the ownership. Why are they letting this guy do everything? Why? Why are you letting him like get away with all of this shit? It's a joke. Well, I believe it's an absolute joke, man.
It is, to me, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Big up Khalees from Medina Last Achiever. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Go and check out after this, people. Go and watch the Straight Jacket podcast if you're not. Anthony, I fought hard to reach the levels playing for this club. I know I can build on yesterday's performance against Newport. Continue to show my quality. I can see the match against Newport, mate. You know where you are, mate. You found your level. I swear to God, maybe you could play for. Maybe we could sell him to Newport. Maybe we could sell Anthony to Newport, mate. He's just a joke, man. Honestly, he's an embarrassing. Look what he says here. Look, he said, Anthony, I push myself day after day for better performance. I will continue to completely close myself off to improve and play football, mate. Honestly, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Wow. You're absolutely ridiculous. Last year, I was backing you, even though I was looking at some games thinking, what are you doing? And this season, he's just been an absolute joke. Man.
Nordin, it's about the output, man. He gets into that right hand side, yeah. He cuts in, Nordin, and then it's almost like, yeah, when he like, you're not phased, are you? Remember that? Did you see that chance where he had to just control it? Like, what's going on there, Nordin? Like, man had to just control it, bro, Nordin. Like, control it, and then he did that. It's ridiculous, bro. What we're seeing right now, it's ridiculous.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Mad, bro, man. It's mad.
You know what? It's a joke, and to me, I'm not genuinely even sad about it when I look at him and think, I swear to you, we wouldn't even get 20 million. I swear to you know what, Saeed, I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. This might be a shock to people. I think Dan James was more effective.
That's a fair shout. That's a fair shout.
Come to me in the chat. I think, I'm not lying to you, I think Dan James was more effective. And I don't think we're getting the same amount of money we got for Dan James for him. Genuinely don't think that. I genuinely don't think that.
Wow. That's actually crazy. You know, when you deep it, yeah, that is absolutely crazy. The fact that you're saying that right now, yeah, when the reality is, this guy was brought in 85 million, one of Ten Hag's main guys, and you're saying that. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely mad, Nordin. But I don't know, man. I don't think, when you look at resale value now, how much we're going to get out of this guy? How much we're going to get out of most of these players? I don't know, Nordin. We're struggling to making 100 million out of these players because there's literally.
So, Saeed, explain to me about all this hope about Jim the Rat coming in and David Brailsford and Blanc and Omar. Are they all going to turn him into prime Neymar? Is that what they're going to turn Anthony into? Have they got some sort of magical machine? Are they going to turn him into some? Are they got some sort of magical machine they're going to put him in, and all of a sudden he's going to start making decision making. He's going to start collecting the ball. Is he going to do any of that, Saeed? Because I don't see it. When you got 1.1 billion pound in debt, how are you going to move these players on?
Yep.
Unless they do what they did with Sanchez. Unless, honestly, maybe Saudi, you can go, you know what? Go on, Saudi, because he's the name. Anthony's the name. You know what I mean? For 30 million. But that's it. That's a 50 million pound loss on a player.
That's it, literally. For a player, 50 million pound loss. Yeah, we're not really going anywhere. I don't know. For me, when you look at the Jim Brailsford, I think he's about performances. Again, he's probably looking at it from a point of view of Ten Hag's been very, very destructive, Lord, in terms of who he's brought in, what he's brought in, the amount of money that he spent. Like, you see the report from Ineos today, they're questioning a lot of this. Like, they must be looking at that bank sheet and thinking, yo, that's your best team out there yesterday. Jim Brailsford thinking, that's their best team out there yesterday. And they struggled to do what? Nah, that's mad. They struggled. That was probably how do you reckon our squad was worth compared to Newport yesterday? We're talking about nearly $1 billion in terms of the value of the players that we have right now compared to theirs. And their what you call it team was worth what? Bro, a couple of hundred grand, maybe
couple of hundred grand, 100%,
couple of hundred grand.
Yeah, big up Alien Tennis was breaking news. So Jim the Rat gets awarded a PIP for life. PIP means personal independent allowance. That's what it means. That's what it means. Personal independent allowance. That's what it means. PIP, by the way. Yeah?
Bro,
if you know
crazy,
the technicalities,
man.
you know.
Crazy.
Big up Alien Tennis. Honestly, I swear to you, you know what? Bring Omar Barada, bring Dodgy Dave, bring the quarter sexual fans. You ain't turning Anthony, you ain't turning Unana into footballers that can compete for Manchester United, can bring Manchester United back to where they belong. That's not happening. That is not happening. You're not. That's not happening.
You're not, man.
Is not happening.
You're not, Nordin.
You're not. Because they haven't got magic machines that these players are going to become incredible players overnight, mate. They're not. They're not. Yep. You're not doing that. So for me, the only other big thing I could think of is if Manchester United do swap sales, like swaps, and then give teams money to get the players that they want out of these players. Give them Anthony, give them Unana. You know what I mean?
We have to do two. We have to do two players for the price of one. Do you get it? Like 2 players for the price of one, or this and that. Like we have to do little deals and everything. You buy one, you get one free. You know what I mean? You buy one, you get one free, and then you kind of say,
"You buy one, you get one free. You buy one, you get one free." If you know, mate, that advert, man.
If you know, you know.
If you buy one, you get one free. Listen, Saeed, I'm not lying to you. I think you buy one, you get 10 free. That's what's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be that's what it's going to be for Manchester United. You buy one, you get 5 or 6 free.
You get 5,
I don't see
free.
how is this gonna make sense even with the next manager that's coming in. Even if he's an amazing coach, let's just say this. Let's play the scenario, yeah, hypothetical.
Yeah.
Let's say for all arguments, say Jim the Rat brings in magicians, yeah, the best football structure, yeah.
Yeah.
How are they gonna turn Anthony Unana, right? How are they gonna turn Anthony Unana? Even Diego Dalot. I do not rate Diego Dalot, Saeed. I swear to you.
No, I've always said that to me.
He's good on the press.
Yeah.
He's this and that. I don't. At least one thing you could say about Wan-Bissaka, that if we get a dangerous winger, Saeed, we get a dangerous winger. We're not worried. Do you know what I mean? If we're playing against a team with a dangerous wide player, we're not worried. Somebody who plays on the left-hand side. You know what I mean? We're not worried because we're like, you know what? He's going to do a job. He can't just don't offer us anything up the pitch, but we don't. But what do you say about Diego Dalot? I just don't see it. I don't.
Bro, I've never seen it, man. I think he's so incompetent. I think he's a decent technical player, but defensively, man, that's the biggest part of your game if you're a right back, man. And he hasn't got the positional awareness, man. Like people can say to me, "Oh, he should have been there. He should not have been there. It's not his fault. It's Varane's fault." I get all of that, but I just don't rate him. Did you see the back heel that he tried to do when we're 2-2? Did you see that, by the way, guys? I don't know if you guys seen that. Yeah, that was absolutely embarrassing. Trying to do a back heel there. It's just, for me, he's another one that when push comes to shove, yeah, he crumbles under pressure. He's another one. He's part of the problem where when he's under pressure, guys, he crumbles under pressure. And I can't do that. I need to see a player who's composed. Yeah. You know, composed, man. I want to see composure. And I just don't know if he has that, man. And for me, I've said it from day one, if United want to be a proper team, they can't have Dalot in their team. If it is, it's a squad player at best. Squad player at best, guys. Not as a first teamer for me. But there's multiple players in the squad that I wouldn't think they're good enough. But yeah, Ten Hag keeps persisting with them. Ten Hag keeps thinking they're the main guys. So, you know what I mean? Until there's a clear outs, Norton and Tom, yeah. Unless there's a clear outs, yeah, then we're not going to get anywhere. We're not. We're really, really not. If there's no clear out and proper scrutiny, clear out, deep cleansing, we are not going to go anywhere with this squad. Nowhere.
But Tom, nowhere. Big up Tom. Tom, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Where are you?
International
man of mystery. Are you back in the Seven Hills or what?
Not in Seven Hills. I'm in Whitechapel today anyway.
He's in Whitechapel.
Where?
In Whitechapel, London.
Whitechapel, London.
Oh, Whitechapel. Oh, yeah,
Whitechapel. He's in Whitechapel.
Yeah.
I told you it was 00 Tom. 00 Tom. One of them MI6 finest, one of MI6's finest agents out here, mate. He's the man of mystery, international man of mystery. Big up, Tom. Tom, me and Saeed are just talking, which literally I just said to Saeed that Dan James was more effective than Anthony for me.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Dan James was more effective. Because at least Dan James trapped back, you know what I mean? At least you got so many free kicks because of Dan James. Remember, you used to get all the free kicks. And to me, I explained it to him. I said, to get rid of him, how do you get rid of Anthony? How do you get rid of Diego Dalot? How do you get rid of Maguire? How did he get rid of Scott McTominay? How do you get rid of Rashford even, like right now? Like, how do you, in terms of when you're 1.1 billion pound in debt, how do you have this? What's that he talked about? This cleanse, this deep cleanse. How?
Yeah, deep cleanse.
Yeah, Mavsin. You can bring whoever you want. You can bring all of the Omar Bandi. You know what I mean? Omar Baranda. You can bring Dodgy Dave. You can bring Blanc. They're not magicians. How are these players going to be got rid of? But before we get to that, Tom, hold that thought there. I'll ask you about Bayindir. Would you keep Bayindir in the team? I would. I'm not lying to you. I loved his performance yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's against League 2. I would. Because he did the basics. He was composed. Not once did I see him flapping. Not once did I see him be nervous. That guy, if I had to play in front of Onana, he would make me hella nervous. He's a fucking breakdancer, man. He's not a goalkeeper. And we paid 50 fucking million for that guy.
Listen, I think we paid 15 million for the guy, didn't we? Might have been good recruitment from Man United all of a sudden. We never know. 50
million. We did. Finally, And then Eric Ten Hag comes out and says, no, he's back in. Eric Ten Hag straight away didn't even give the man just to go home and maybe think, you know what, maybe I can play on Thursday. Maybe I might be in the ring.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're not playing. Like, he didn't. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead. 2 questions.
Yeah, crazy. I know what you mean, though.
The thing with Bayindir is, I think he's got very similar to what Sergio Romero did for us in many aspects. He wasn't like he wasn't a craftsman. He wasn't going to be, pinging 60, 70-yard passes to players and it was going to stick to the feet like glue. I don't really think he's that mould of a player. I think he's a decent shot stopper. I think he'll come for the ball in certain aspects when he needs to come for it. I don't think he was massively overloaded with corners or put with pressure. But against someone like Wolves, we'll see if he did play, we would have seen if he would have actually been able to handle that with the pressure of actually having the ball underneath, having like 6'2", 6'3" players in front of him, and he's got to come and collect the ball. We'd see if he has any difference to what Onana does in that case. But I like the guy. I'll be very honest with you. I think the fact of that we've not even given him a game all season is disrespectful to him. I really think, and I think even throughout the whole facade that we've had, I mean, let's face facts, guys. Andre Onana was the backup goalkeeper for Cameroon, but he's Manchester United's number one. And we paid 50 million. We paid about 50 million pounds for him in the summer. I mean, honestly, it seems like we've been swindled again. It really does. We've been sold a dud, and we've been sold a lot of duds over the years. And I think him for me, Onana, Anthony, fucking hell. I think they're the two worst. I've got to be honest with you. I've never seen a worse player in a Man United shirt than Anthony. And we'll come on to other players.
It's mad, isn't it? It's crazy.
But Bayindir, do you know something?
It's Onana.
Yeah, do you know something? in the market that we're in, with when you talk about goalkeepers, I think we bought Bayindir for about 15 million. I could be wrong. I don't really think he was a bad bit of business. I think he's a decent goalkeeper. I'd see Bayindir. I'd see him at Crystal Palace, at Nottingham Forest. I'd see him at a decent level in the Premier League. I would. But like I say, if you're not going to play the guy enough, you're not going to know anything about him. That's the problem. And if we're basing it off of one game, he was very good. I'm not going to deny saying that. But I would keep him in the team, Ruud, and I agree with you. I don't value what Onana's done for us in the 5 months of the season to say that he warrants being secure in that position. He doesn't. And I don't. And listen, if I'm Erik ten Hag, I don't take any prisoners. I look at it for what I see, and I say that there's one guy in terms of Onana who's been very slippy, very dodgy with handling, distribution, shot stopping for most of the season. And this guy's rolled in for one game, and albeit he's conceded 2 goals against League Two opposition, he couldn't do anything about half of them. I really don't think those goals were coupled down to him. But no, I would keep him in the team. I would. I think he did all right enough.
He has to.
To still play.
I mean,
what
message does it send though? This thing though, it doesn't send a positive message, guys.
I'll be shocked.
It doesn't send a positive message.
I know it doesn't send a good message. I'd be even shocked if Marcus Rashford's eligible to play. I think he'll start him. I will. I do. I think it'll just be a simple case of Ten Hag will come out with his usual bullshit. We've dealt with it as an internal matter. And all we'll probably hear is he's been docked his wages. It's not good enough. It's really not good enough. Because you've gone from one extreme to the other, Erik ten Hag. You got rid of, arguably one of our most talented players that we've ever bought in the last couple of years in Jadon Sancho, albeit he's not really performed well in the Man United shirt. That's what we brought you to do. Get the best out of players. And you're not doing that. You completely basically abandoned the kid because, albeit, he might have made a mistake and blown up on social media. He's a little bit different to the Rashford situation, but he's took the piss out of you, mate. He's gone partying around in fucking Belfast on Friday. He's called on Thursday, sorry. He called in sick on you in the morning, claiming that he's ill. He found all these videos and pictures. Even the bouncer was trying to back him up in Belfast. So
he needed a backup dancer, mate. He needed a backup dancer. But Tom, I'm not gonna lie to you. Me and Saeed were just talking about a Straight Jacket podcast, right?
Yeah.
And we said how many. Listen, some of the teams in the Premier League have had players ill. Nobody's had more illnesses in their camp than Manchester United. And it's because nobody wants to listen to Erik ten Hag. Everybody's throwing it in. But listen to this here, Manchester United have repaid 900 million interest to the debt since 2000. Over the past 10 years, United have been the only club where the owners have withdrawn money. So look to this. So that if you add that bit they paid to themselves, and that's $1 billion taken out of the club. So and now Manchester United are 1.1 billion in debt. 1.1 billion in debt. So at the end of the day, people, it is what it is. Noreen said McTominay said the most interesting thing ever in preseason. He said, our reaction time will improve. You understand what he means, right? Reaction time. What does that mean? Explain that to me. Saeed, I'll ask you about this. Hojlund considerably is not liked by the other forwards at Manchester United. Is it clear?
You can tell. Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah. It's clear, man. It's clear.
What have they got against the kid? Do you think that he's actually a United fan?
He's not one of them might be that as well. But I just think for me, when you come into a club, you come into an environment and you're the new boy on the block here, and you could tell the fan base rate you, and then everyone's rooting for Hojlund to score and whatnot. Like, I just feel like it's one of them where everyone wants the glory, man. Like, I've noticed with these players, like, they haven't got they're not established. Like, Anthony, not established. Garnacho, a young kid. Like, Rashford still, needs to go to get people off his back. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say, guys? Like, when you actually deep these players all here now, you said it before, Noreen, they have to prove that they've given something. So if they give an assist to Hojlund and he gets all the glory, they're going to be like, hold on a minute. Like, that's not good. We don't really like that. That's not a nice thing to see. And I feel like ultimately that's where these players are at right now, is that they're so selfish. They're thinking about themselves. They're covering their own backs. They want to all get player of the month awards. And it's not good. But we've got selfish individuals at this football club. And it's sad. It stems from going from Bruno Fernandes all the way down to the strikers. Like, it's not good enough, man. Too many players are just not team players. And the guys, funny enough, that are meant to be team players are on the bench, or half of them being sold. So it begs the question as to what Ten Hag and the philosophy of this team is. But I feel sorry for Hojlund. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Hojlund. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think for me.
But how can you judge him though? How can you judge him? Really, as a football fan, how can you judge him?
No,
when we just go,
last year.
We go to him, fight, go up there and go, fight. We hoof the ball to him, and that's all we do. Tell him to fight.
No, what I'm trying to say to you is, if I had a chance to be my number 9 for United, he wouldn't be my number 9. But I also think for me, it's also a disgrace here that he's had 0 shots before that goal. He's had no assists from a player in the Premier League or in a other than the Champions League. That is a disgrace as well. I don't think it's all his fault. I don't think it's, I'm particularly going to say, yo, listen, it's all good. But I'm just saying generally, like for me, he needs to start voicing up every single game. Start voicing up, like every single game, like not just 1 or 2, every game, voicing up why you think they're taking a piss. Like generally do it. Why not? Do it.
Yeah.
Tom, honestly, I'll say it. I just listen, I said it when Manchester United needed 2 strikers last season. He will be the guy who comes on, who's learning still. The next 2 years he will develop, he will learn. You know what I mean? In case we've got injuries.
Yeah.
But yet again, it's the end of the January month. The club, Tom, the club is in £1.1 billion in debt, and Manchester United clearly need another striker. But what's the point of getting another striker when nobody can cross the ball to him?
Yeah.
And I look at teams like Luton, Tom. They score more goals from crosses than any other team. What are they doing in the training ground?
Any other team. Yeah.
But why can't we do it?
I don't think the system holds that tight to do that, because the way I think that it's clear from last season, and we're seeing elements of it again this season, but it's just not working out, is that he wants his wingers to cut inside and not play on the outside and put balls in. Because if he wanted to do that, this is what I'm saying. It worked last season, and I think that I just think he's just stubborn in the fact of that he believes that it's going to work again. But you have to evolve. Yeah. To be successful in the Premier League year on year, you have to evolve. You have to change things. And if you don't change, and sometimes Eriksen, like with other managers, like I take for example Jurgen Klopp. He was in at Liverpool for the first 2 years, and his assistant coach that he had at the time, he didn't believe that his assistant that he had in time was actually coaching the players in his image that he wanted. So he got rid of the guy. I think the guy went back to Schalke, and he promoted Pepe Lengers, who was actually part of his backroom staff at that time, and said, listen, kid, I want you to coach these players to play in my image. This is the way that I want to play. Implement it on the training ground for me. And he's done that for them. And ever since that they did that, I think they went on and won the Champions League, the Premier League. They've won everything that they can in football with Liverpool. So I look at Erik ten Hag and I think it's very similar, based upon that he's relying on what worked for him last season. But what worked for you last season won't play tribute this season, because you have to evolve. You have to do things differently. And I don't think he has that in him. I really don't. I think a lot of the principles that we saw at Ajax, and I think one of the reasons why he couldn't necessarily bring that style to Manchester United, I don't think it comes down to players. I don't think it comes down to recruitment. I think it just comes down to that's that club and that's their culture. And you can take the guy out of the club, but you can't take the culture out of the club. That's different. And you can take Erik ten Hag up from Ajax, no problem. But taking that football and putting it into another club, I think it's impossible unless you have a club overhaul. And by a club overhaul, I mean what Manchester City did when they got rid of Pellegrini. They said, no, we'll put the cogs in motion. We'll get all of the people that were at Barcelona that were successful with Pep. And as soon as Pep says he leaves Bayern Munich or he leaves Barcelona, one of those jobs, we get him. And that's what they did. They waited to get the guy. So, in the end of the day, you're in a situation with Erik ten Hag now where I think the guy's got, 18 months from the end of his deal at the end of the year? Listen, if we're basing it off of man management, he's piss poor. I'm sorry, he is piss poor. He doesn't know how to manage players. I don't know if it's his lack of charisma, if it's his lack of the knowledge of this league and how to actually integrate players. I think his overall development of young players, I think, is shit. I'll be very honest with you. I think the only player that recently that he's ever gave a decent enough chance to is Kobe Mino and Garnacho. That's it. But out of all those young players that we had a brilliant crop of them last year. Zidane Iqbal was one of them. Amad Diallo was one of them. We sent him out on loan, albeit fair enough. Palestra. Like,
but Tom,
if you're not going to send the kids out on loan,
but Tom, let me
play them.
Still jump in there.
The loan system's a joke now, though. Even the loan system we've got right now, nothing's worked, though. Nothing's worked in the loan system.
It's Darren Fletcher, mate. Darren Fletcher, sorry.
Technical director. Culver, you know the Culver, by the way. Did you watch his game? Did you watch his game on the weekend, bro?
Yeah.
Culver.
I heard he had a good game.
Very good game.
Of course, he's talented. He's a talented goalkeeper. Guy, one of my friends said to me, he's one of the best young goalkeepers he's seen at United in a long, long time. But I want to bring this in.
For a keeper, yeah, he's not at that age where, like, he could have been ready, you know, when he's actually deep, you know. He's 23 years old. Like, I'm not saying that's still old for a keeper, but it's not young as well. Like, it's not as if he's like 18 years old. He's 23. Look at the guy from Chelsea.
But since he's come through the ranks, I'm talking about when he came through the ranks at United. He was talented already from a young age.
Yeah.
I would rather have him. I'd rather have him than fucking Unana right now. And look, we could have saved 50 million. That 50 million could have gone to go and buy a striker.
I'd rather have Heaton, mate. Tom Heaton, mate. He's on the bench. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying?
Tom Heaton.
Listen, but yesterday, this is how you manage, yeah? To me, man management is not just what outside, it's what's on the pitch. Yesterday, when soon as Alessandro Garnacho was not past that ball, you're coming off straight away. You're coming off, mate. You're getting off the pitch.
Don't make it out in second half. Yeah.
No, you're coming off. Wasn't it in the second half? Was it the first half?
I think it was towards the end of the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 minutes.
Half, you're not coming out. You're not coming out in the second half.
That's what I mean.
You know why? You're not coming out. Why? Because you are not doing as I tell you to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, it's tactical. Facts. He's telling these players, no, shoot. You are a striker. And when you hear Eric Ten Hag speak, he's like, no, they're forwards. They're strikers.
They're forwards.
Like, they're not. These are like wingers, man. They need to provide stuff for your striker. And when I look at him, I look at the selfless thing. But you know what? The difference that here we are, we're making a show. But let's have the uncomfortable conversation right here. If this was Martial, we would be criticizing. But we like Hojlund because he runs around a bit more.
I tell you what, Nuruddin, I tell you what, right? Where's Zayn Miasime? Where is he? I want to know where he is. Around, I've seen a couple of stats that's been floating around, mate. Hojlund, this mate. You've been dissing the kid all year, right? He's got more goals than Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli, mate. Your special attack from last year. What's going on, Zayn? What's going on? But our kid don't know fuck all, does he?
Well, he came on the he came on the chat yesterday and he said to me, we smashed Crystal Palace 5-0.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
We struggled against Farmers, and we did. We struggled against Farmers. We did do that. But anyway, I look at this, I think that brings me to my last topic, and then we'll go into a little bit of preview for West Ham. Sorry for Wolves, but I'll say it and I'll say it simply. Eric Ten Hag now has zero excuses. I don't want to hear anything him saying, "Oh, the players back." Who you've got to get back now? Who have you got to get back now? For me,
there's only one.
Mason Mount, guys.
Mason Mount,
the golden child.
That, you know, the golden child and whatnot. But other than Lindesoft, maybe Maguire, if you wanted to bring him in, that might be someone that he wanted to bring in. But apart from that, that's all it is. You know what I mean? So anyone else, you're moving mad if you think, you need any more in. But ultimately, you should be able to make that team better with the squad that you have anyway. You should be able to make that team better. Simple. Like, you're talking about injuries and whatnot. Look at Ange Postecoglou. He played us without injuries. I still played well. Like, it's still their style of play. So injuries are such an excuse, But did I not say on this channel already now? Now the fact that he's brought in this guy is going to be more expectation for him to deliver his style of play. I did say that on the channel. I did say that on multiple platforms, that when he even gets his players involved, now he'll have more pressure involved, that he will, So It's a very, very toxic environment, man. I think the manager's set himself up to fail, man. He's never improved the squad. He's never given the squad the freedom. You know what? Like, we're going to be using every single person in the squad. He has a particular, emphasis on one starting 11, or let's say group of 11 to 14 players. It's just not. It's not good, man. The environment he's put in the team is not good.
And actually, while I'll keep you there, just ask the question. And with the managerial merry-go-round, and Man United going to get any decent manager now? What? The Klopp comes out, says he's leaving. Who else is leaving now? Xavi's leaving Barcelona.
Xavi's leaving.
Tuchel's most likely going to get sacked. Tuchel is getting sacked most likely. Is Pochettino getting sacked as well?
I reckon if he doesn't win the Carabao Cup and he doesn't get close to Europe, I reckon that'll be a very, very interesting situation they're developing. I think
they'd keep him, Saeed. I think they'll keep so long as he maintains Champions League. I think they would keep hold of him, just because I think he's done a decent amount to warrant buying himself more time. Albeit he's not won anything instantly, but I think it's similar to Postecoglou, really, because it's coming in. It's both of their first seasons. They're trying to get the feel for the football club, but Graham Potter was a little bit different in the aspect of the players were forced upon him. I don't necessarily think Pochettino's had that circumstance, because those players have been there for a little while to gel and know each other. So I think it's been a little bit easier for him than what Graham Potter had in that situation. But no, I agree with you guys. I think the managers in the market right now, look, Xavi's fucking left Barcelona. You've had the situation with Jurgen Klopp's going to leave Liverpool. Like, there's so many clubs that are going to look for top manager. I think Thomas Tuchel's a dead man walking if he does it in the Bundesliga, me personally. Yeah. We say it enough times when a PSG manager doesn't win the French league. I think he'll be a dead man walking over there. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of managers' jobs that are going to be out there. Listen, Tuchel will probably be on the market that you could get. Hansi Flick's still out of work, I might add as well. Zidane still needs a coaching job. You've got loads of managers that's out there, guys.
Jose.
Yeah.
Jose.
Listen,
Enrique.
Jose, I've heard a little rumour, and a little birdie's told me that he might be going to Saudi Arabia. He's in talks. He needs
to go there, man. He's done at the highest level. He's done at the highest level.
I think Saudi Arabia with Jose, Saudi Arabia, or maybe if you get a decent-ish national team that gives you a job, I'd take it personally and have a couple of years away, because you can spend more time with your family as a national coach than you can do as a mainstream manager. But listen, guys, I've got my sort of preferences of who I like as a coach based upon the players that we have right now. For me, if I ripped up the rule book tomorrow and everything, and I said, look, I'll give a manager 2 years tomorrow, I'd go and get Hansi Flick, because I think Hansi Flick and the style of play that he has, it would excite me coming to Manchester United. And it is one of those styles where it's, I won't take any prisoners. It's my way or the highway. Yeah. And with what he did with that Bayern Munich team in the space of 4 or 5 months, where he got them from pretty much nowhere in the Champions League qualification under I can't remember the guy it was, Niko Kovac, I think it was, the coach, and then they got them all the way to the final and they smashed Barcelona 8-2 along the way. Like, the one thing that team did, that his style of play doesn't lack, is goals, and that's what I want for us as a team. As I want us to be consistent and score enough goals, and that's why I would give a manager like that time. He's done it in the big leagues. He's had big football club jobs. Yeah, I know what happened with Germany. That's fair enough, but I think that job's a poison chalice anyway with a lot of those players, because they're aging and they're getting on. So trying to play that way with expansive football with aging players, you're going to struggle. But if I'm going for somebody based upon that, I want to buy somebody out right now. Me personally, I like Simone Inzaghi. I'm not going to lie. I like Inzaghi.
Yes.
I like his character, charisma. The way that he speaks,
very good coach.
People that know it about it, that's what I was just going to say. On the training ground, I've heard a couple of words about him anyway, especially from the Champions League final as well. In terms of game plans, guys, the guy's got a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan B. In-game management's where his strengths are, and I think for many, many years now, we've had brilliant coaches who have maybe decent-ish or identical, like, you know what the style of play is, but in-game, when it's going wrong, they don't know how to counteract it. That's the one thing that I think he brings differently. The only thing I know about Simon Inzaghi, I think he doesn't speak fluently English, but you can learn that.
Listen,
if you
I
pay,
don't
if
care
you pay
about
the
that.
guy well enough, you come.
Listen,
I don't
Jose
care
could
about
speak
it either.
English. Ollie could speak English with a Mancunian accent. They were all shite to me. I don't care. Maybe we need a manager who doesn't speak any English, mate. I don't want to hear the waffles. But big up Nora Beats, man. The guy who does all the thumbnails, man. Big up my brother. Go and check out his video. If you're a Liverpool guy, go and check out his video. He did a little video to say goodbye to Klopp. Zaid, how's Gris? Where's Gris? Depressed or what? Talk to me. Where is he?
He's only come back because his grandma passed away, so he's only just come back to Twitter today. So we're sending our condolences to him. But
peace,
man. I've not really heard his opinion, but obviously Klopp leaving as well. It's a massive, massive area where Liverpool. Will they be the same? Will they not be the same? Do they have football structure there to help them out? A lot of people left their football structure, but I just look at their club. It's not as toxic as Man United, though. I don't know if they're going to crumble as much as what we think they are. Because they've got such a what you call it, you know what I mean? Like they've still got the frameworks there enough.
Stability,
stability as well. Like they haven't got what's mad, yeah? Only Man United could have these sort of dramas in the background. Anthony with his ex-girlfriend and this and that, and Martial and Sancho. You don't get these added stuff with Liverpool. Like I don't really hear them like this player's not happy. And
professional side, professional. They've been there, done it, seen it, won it. They're professional lads. That's what they are. And they know the meanings how to win. And if Manchester City's Pep Guardiola weren't in this league, they would have won that league many a time. Many a time, yep. and I don't doubt it at all. And those Champions League finals against Real Madrid, listen, they were close-knit games. It could have gone either way in a lot of those finals. But like we were just saying, Said, anyway, even with Liverpool, I'd give them a year. I'll give that new coach who goes in there. I'd give him a year. They'll be back, mate. They'll be back playing brilliant fluid football.
For me, I think Xavi Alonso is the guy that makes sense.
Too soon. Yeah. Too soon for me.
Listen, I don't think it wasn't too soon, man. For Pep, it wasn't too soon.
But Pep Guardiola was in Barcelona and he was working his way up there and whatnot. Like for me, with Alonso, he's at Bayer Leverkusen. He may win the league, but to go into a job like that, man, it's so difficult, man. And if you get it wrong,
you don't know. Let me say something. You don't know until he's gone there. Because one thing, what he will have the love of the fans because he's a Liverpool legend. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? He's a Liverpool legend.
No, I don't think he's a Liverpool legend. I think he's a cult hero. He's a cult hero. He's not a legend.
He's a Liverpool because he won the Champions League, Sati. You're a legend when you win the Champions League. And he actually played well in that final. He was the only one of the players who played well. Remember, Liverpool went back to another final.
Who won the Champions League for us? Would you call...
I call everybody... Every one of those players a legend. Everybody who took on that field in 2009 are legends for me.
Yeah.
They did the double, Sati. They did the fucking double. They're all legends. Are you kidding me? They're legends when you do the double.
If you win a trophy,
talk about that team in that squad, Berbatov, Tevez, all these guys are legends for me.
No, I think you've given it, but then it doesn't have any meaning then. You can call people legends like Giggs, Rooney. They're legends. You can talk about cult heroes.
They scored goals.
So Anderson's a legend. Well. So Anderson's a legend. Anderson for United was a legend.
Listen, that fatty, the games that he played, I'll never forget the game. What he did to Steven Gerrard. Remember that game away at Anfield? What he did to Steven Gerrard. Yeah. Just for that game, he's a legend, mate. He sat him down a couple of times and looked over Steven Gerrard. And Steven Gerrard lying on the floor, looked over him like that and said, "What? What do you want, you dickhead?" Right? So for me, you're a legend for that. You're a legend for that, right? So, but that guy was addicted to Mackie D's, wasn't he? He come out, he admitted it. He was addicted to Mackie D's. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think Hargreaves is a legend for me. All these because they won the double. You know what I would do for the double right now? I'll bite both my hands off. I'll bite them out. I'll give my both hands. I'll chop my hands off to get the double for Manchester United. I would do that. Yeah. That's how desperate I am for the trophies. You know how far Manchester United are away, Sati? Compared to these bunch of absolute worthless cowards. Are you telling me?
Far away.
So that's why they're legends.
Far away.
Xavi Alonso won the Champions League with Liverpool when they didn't have a great team.
Yeah, I suppose.
And he was part of that. And then they went back another year. They went to another final. Remember, on the Benitez, they lost to Milan. Remember that?
Yeah.
They actually played better in that final. Remember,
yeah,
it was weird. They played better in that final. Milan
I could be
well.
wrong. It was the year after as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
They played them 2 years consistently.
2 years after.
They won
2
one
years
and lost.
After. 2 years
They
after.
won one and lost one. But
yeah. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. But Manchester United need to be quick. But quickly, what are you thinking about Wolves? I think United are getting beat 3-1, 2-1 for me. What do you reckon? I'll be shocked.
I think 2-2.
Manchester United win. I'll be shocked. Nowadays, when United win, I'm shocked.
This is the worst fixture, in the calendar for United to face. When you look at it, like you look at the results in the past year, I don't think we've beaten them more than 2 goals in a game since they've been in the Premier League. I don't think since they come back. I think in 2017 was it or something like that. They came back in.
Yeah.
We've not beaten them by more than 2 goals in a game, which is crazy. Like it's been 1-0s, 1-1s, a lot of 2-1s, a lot of that. No clear. Like we've never demolished them. We've had 0-0s. We've had times when they beat us 1-0 at Old Trafford. Remember that in the heart of the Ollie era? Was it Ollie times where that was quite bad times as well? So yeah, man, it's very very difficult, man, to kind of judge anything. But yeah,
we robbed them. Remember, we robbed them at the beginning of the season.
I was just.
It was daylight robbery. Go ahead, Tom.
Gary Neville, Gary O'Neill. He's a very smart coach. I like him. I do like him as a manager. I think he's very good. And I think that sort of club, Wolves, Bournemouth, similar sort of level style club, I think suits him very well.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I already know in that dressing room when he goes to Molyneux, what he's going to say is, listen, these lot, mate, they need fucking vindicating. Beginning of that season, we won that game, lads. We ripped through them from minute 1 all the way through the midfield. Koundé, Nunez was still playing for them at that time. There's a couple of other players as well. They just ran straight through us. They ran all over the bloody top of us.
Yeah.
And the Onana one, listen, mate, it was a shitbag when he didn't get the ball. And he completely clattered the lad out. He completely clattered, I think it was Dawson out on it. But listen, Dawson's a stocky centre half, and he's clattered him completely, and he didn't give him the penalty. They're going to use that as vindication, as if to say, what the fucking hell have we done here, lads? Like, he'll probably show them the clip and everything and just say, listen, these players, you need to go out and play, and you need to go out and make it right for these fans, because they feel robbed against Manchester United, and we were. So let's fucking have it, and let's go for it. Minute 1, first tackle, smash straight into them. Be disciplined, but be aggressive, be ruthless. That's what Gary O'Neill will say to those players. And for me, like I've said before, guys, in the last couple of weeks, one of these teams, and it's not going to be just a Manchester City or any brilliant team. One of these teams, mate, they're going to come up one day against Manchester United, and they're going to do a Brentford. They're going to do a Brentford on you. And they're going to fucking play through you. They're going to play through you. Yeah. You're going to try and play out from the back. You're going to get caught, slip on your ass, do something, and you're going to be 2 or 3-0 down before half time. They will do. These players have got it in them, mate. They've got it in them.
Tom, I don't think Saeed is ready for Manchester United's fixtures. Let me just give Saeed the Manchester United fixtures. Manchester United play Wolves, right, on Thursday.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Then we play West Ham at home on Sunday.
At home.
Then we play Villa away at 4:30 next Sunday. Then we play Luton the following Sunday, 4:30 again.
Might be that
then we were home to Fulham at 3 o'clock on 25th of February. Then we got the cup game to be confirmed, right? Then we got Man City away, which is the Sunday after that at 3:30.
March, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3rd of March.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just taking one game at a time, man. I think for me, United, to be thinking about where we're going to get points, man, it's, you know what, man? Look at the season. We've won 14 games out of 31 this year. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to think that you're going to get, you know what I mean, points there. Luton's going to be tough. Fulham's going to be tough. West Ham, every game is tough. You know what I mean? We've only won 3 games in a row this season, and that was struggled against Sheffield. I think it was Luton, and I think it was
Brentford.
Fulham. You know?
Or Brentford.
No, it was Fulham. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, big up Cape Verde, man. Our legend, Bebe. You know what I mean? His team go through.
Yeah,
Legend, Bebe, mate.
1-0 up.
Big up Bebe. Yeah,
man,
they've gone through. They've gone through. Big up them.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't see Manchester United, and especially if we concede. If we concede early, I don't see us coming back in this game. I swear to God, I don't. Because we don't create. All they have to do is shut down the left-hand side and just get on Bruno and then get on Garnacho, and that's it. Ain't nobody passing to Hojlund, so he might as well run around like a headless chicken that he does.
Yeah.
So I don't see it. I genuinely don't see it. And we know if we'll go 1-2 or 2-0 down, that he's to bring up the bench, not Ahmad, not an attacker. He'll bring on Scott
McTominay.
Yeah.
Listen, when we played them in the reverse fixture, I could be wrong, guys. I swear we scored from like a fluky, like it knocked past 5 players and landed at Varane and he put it in the net.
It was Varane.
Set piece
from a corner.
Or a corner. I think one of the two. Like it wasn't pretty the way that we played in that game. I must admit it wasn't. And listen, if we're going to go there and be as naive as we were in that first game, sit on the halfway line, then mate, Koundé, Kuna, all of these players that are in that Wolves team, they've got a brilliant midfielder as well. I think his name's Belgradia. I think his name is. I think he's only about 18, 19
He's a winger. He's a winger. Yeah.
He's a winger, say, but when he gets the ball predominantly from opposition play, he runs direct through the central. He'll rip you apart centrally.
Yeah, I know.
You've got to snap the kid's legs. You've got to snap
who
the kid's
plays
legs.
Who plays on the right wing for them? Who plays
Neto.
on the left hand side for them?
Neto.
No, that's the left. Who plays on the right hand side for them?
You remember that kid that we've just been on about then? Belgrade, but
Belgrade, the black guy. He's from Wolves, and you know what? He doesn't even start for them most weeks. You know.
No, I think
when you look at Neto as well, Cunha. Listen, they play some good football under O'Neill as well, and you know what? They're gonna have revenge. This game is revenge for them, you know, because they got cheated last time.
That's the one thing as well with Gary O'Neill. We said it last season with Bournemouth, and I think it's almost translated to Wolves as well. They don't draw games.
Wolves I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I'll just not support Manchester United if they hire Southgate. Alien tenor. Oh my God, that's a nightmare. You know. Can you imagine Jim and the British lot?
He's Dan Ashworth's best mate at the FA. You know.
Yeah.
I
think it was 2 years before.
Listen, let me just say something to you now. Even though he's had some horrendous injury problems, Neto plays for Wolves. Anthony plays for United. Let that sink in for a moment.
Yeah.
Let that just sink in for a moment. Right? Just let that sink in for a moment. Neto plays for Wolves. Anthony plays for United. And Neto's had so many injuries. So many. He's my favorite winger. Honestly, I swear, I'm looking forward to watching Wolves play.
No, they play some good football, man. They got that guy in midfield. Watch out for the guy in midfield. He's going to be very, very powerful. He used to play alongside Pogba in Juventus. I forgot his name. He's in midfield.
I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about in midfield. Yeah. He was one of the most talented youngsters as a young player. He was really talented. Lamina, yeah.
Watch out for him. Watch out for him. Not
even that. Honestly, the Korean striker, him and Neto, mate, are on business. That's what they are. At the end of the day, big up, bro. Big up to everybody. Listen, I just see this as Manchester United. I don't see it. Honestly, genuinely, I think we're going to lose 2-1. But Saeed, I'll give you with the final score. What do you think the score's going to be? You reckon it's 2-2?
2-2.
Where are we scoring these goals from, Saeed? Where are we creating these goals from? We're not playing against. We're not playing.
I don't know. Maybe it's hope. And maybe I'm just deluded. But 2-2, I'm going for 2-2.
Tom, what are you going for? Right. I personally think 2-1, 3-1 Man United are getting beat. And especially if they score first, Saeed. We're not coming back if they score first. Right? I don't see Manchester United creating anything. It's hope and pray, FC. I'm back there again. I've been there all this decade. I'm starting a new decade, and that's what I am. And if Unana starts, Saeed, and if he makes mistakes, he's going to be in the next game anyway.
Bro,
whatever mistakes he makes.
Finito.
Listen, big up to everybody. Saeed, are you on Big Six tonight, yeah? What time is that? What time is that?
9 o'clock. 9
Oh
o'clock.
yeah, Spurs got knocked out. Who else has not got knocked out? Who are the big teams?
No, Chelsea drew. Yeah, they got a replay.
Who they playing again? Chelsea playing again. Who did they play?
Play Villa.
Oh, was it a draw? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. Listen, big up. Go and check out 267 Straight Jacket podcast, people, and smash a like on the video, and it is what it is. But Manchester United are where they are. Tom, yeah, you're there. Saeed, love and light, bro. Big up to you. Appreciate you, man. Go and check out Saeed TV. Tom,
big up,
you
man.
can tell me your score, man. Yeah, tell me your score, man. What your score's going to be?
I'd take a draw. I honestly would. I'd take a boring 0-0 draw, stink the place out. I would. And I think that shows just how far that we've fucking fallen as a club. Yeah. I'd take a 0-0 at Molineux. But listen, Rudy, if we win the game, it won't be pretty. It'll be something like a scrappy 1-0, be a dodgy VAR controversy or something, or by luck, we will miraculously come out there with a draw. But I just don't see what Ten Hag's going to say to these players to motivate them to play against Wolves. I don't. Against Spurs, okay, there was a little bit of fight in that first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, fair enough. Chelsea earlier in the season, again, there was that bit of resilience there. But I just think when they go in at half-time, Nuruddin, I don't know what he says to them. I don't. Last season we criticised it as well in games when we were away at the Emirates and we were playing them off the park. We went to the Emirates against Arsenal last season when they were going for that league title. First half, mate, we played them off the park. Come out in the second half, shadow of a team, complete shadow of a team, and it was. That's what I talk about.
Doing shit back tactics again, running the game.
He doesn't
being
have
scared
one.
of Saka. Yeah,
he doesn't have plan Bs, and that's what in this sort of game, mate. Pedro Neto, all these young, and like we said about that kid as well. You've got Lemina in midfield. I heard you say about him. That was the other player that I was missing when they ran through us at Old Trafford. Listen, the way that they will play will be very systemised. It's not going to be as simple as we're just going to go gun-ho for Manchester United. They're going to take the time, and when the openings are there to press, to counter-press you, and win the ball high up the field, they're going to do it. Because they know Onana, if he comes back in this team, mate, pressurise the fuck out of him.
Of course.
He's a player that you can get at. Luke Shaw 100%. Is not press-resistant. No. Whoever plays next to Martinez, probably Varane or Maguire, whoever, is not press-resistant, other than Martinez. Delo is not press-resistant. Like, any of those players that I've just mentioned there, barring Martinez, mate, can be got at. Yeah. That's nearly 3/4 of your backline. That's gone already. That they will pressurise and target. But
unless we got a dodgy referee to give us the decisions again.
This is what I was saying. That's why I said the only way that I think we win the game is like we get a dodgy penalty or something, but we don't even get them anymore.
Listen, exactly, we don't anymore. Big up Jarvis. Jarvis is a great show, guys. Sad I couldn't listen. Jarvis is all love, only if you can make it. Love. Big up to you, man. Love and light from all the way northern Norway. Listen, we'll say it with our chest in it. We say it, free Palestine, man. Stop the genocide, end apartheid. Liberate the people, man. Liberate the people. Cowardly other countries surrounding that part of the world, not helping. Hold tight the Yemenis. Big up to the people in Congo, man. At least their team's through to the quarters. Big up to Cape Verde, man. Getting through. But hold tight to the people in Sudan. Our hearts and minds are with them. Anybody who's getting oppressed, but fuck Zionism, like he says here. Free Palestine. Free Palestine, man. Yeah. The war criminals. Big up to South Africa for telling the world and bringing it the genocide that's been committed against the Palestinians, man. And fuck Keir Starmer. Fuck all the Labour leaders. Fuck all the Tories as well. Fuck them all, mate. Free Palestine, from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. And hope Sudan will be free soon as well, and the Congo. And big up to Palestine today. Unfortunately, came up 2-1 down. They lost against Qatar in the Asian Cup. But well done. And can you imagine playing football for your country when your country is getting genocided? It's incredible. So hold tight, the Palestinians who made it that far. Big up. My cousin was kicked out having a free Palestine and free Palestine flag. Oh my God. Shame on Saudi Arabia, a bunch of fucking Zionist bastards. Fuck them as well. But here we go. Fuck Jim Ratcliffe. Fuck Dodgy Dave. Fuck all the quarter sexuals, all the people who are getting giddy. They ain't gonna turn Unana and Anthony and McTominay and Maguire into some world-class ballers. That's not happening. They're not Frankenstein. They're not going to turn them into a magic machine. That's not happening. So fuck the Glazers as well. Full sale only. Tom, enjoy your time at Chapel Town. Massive Bengali community there. Bengali food, man. So go and check that out, man. Enjoy your night. Big up to you.
Yeah, big up as always. Anyway,
see you all, guys. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Big up, love and light. Good night.
Yeah, like, subscribe, people.
That's it. Peace. Like, subscribe, man. We're on the road to 10K, people. Let's go. We don't try to tell you ridiculous transfer rumors or clickbait you like other channels do. We don't do that here. We just talk about the facts and the real substantive issues that concerning Manchester United. And at this moment in time, the club is a shit show. It's a bit of a shit show. And Marcus dancing, Belfast dancing, Rashford is taking the biscuit. He's taking the biscuit. But that guy, they should have been sold. When that time it was quoted, we could have got 80 million or 70 million from Paris Saint-Germain. We should have bent them over. We should have bent them over, mate. And
we still might, then. If Mbappe goes this summer, we still might.
Well, hopefully they will. Listen, make sure you go and check out Emmanuel's Realist TV tonight, Monday night, Jarvis's Corner at 9 p.m. Go and check out Jarvis with all the breaking news and everything that's concerning Manchester United. Love, light, fuck Zionism, free Palestine, end apartheid, end occupation, peace, love, light. Stop the genocide. Free Palestine. Good night, people.